Hello everyone and welcome to Make English Easy. My name is Hazel and today we are going to talk about the one problem almost every English learner faces at some point. You can understand English songs, movies, teachers, and podcasts perfectly, but the moment you open your mouth to speak, nothing comes out. Your mind goes blank, your tongue feels heavy, and you feel embarrassed. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. In this episode, you will meet 5 real English learners from 5 different countries. They all had the same problem, and they all found one simple thing that finally helped them start speaking. After their stories, I will explain exactly why this problem happens and give you easy, everyday steps you can start using today. So let's begin. First, let me introduce Diego from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Diego loved English. He could understand every word in English football interviews and his favorite songs. He knew the meaning of almost everything he heard. But one day, his friend from Canada came to visit. The friend spoke fast and asked questions, and Diego could only smile and say, "Yes, yes." He felt so embarrassed that after his friend left, he decided to change. He started doing something very simple. Every day, he took out his phone and recorded himself speaking in English for just 1 minute. He talked about his day, what he ate for lunch, or how he felt. Then, he listened to the recording. At first he thought, "Wow, my pronunciation sounds strange." So he found the same words spoken by native speakers on YouTube or in podcasts and repeated them again and again. Every week, he made a new recording. He kept the old ones like a diary. After 3 months, he met his Canadian friend again, and this time, Diego talked a lot. He laughed, he told stories, he asked questions. His friend was surprised and happy. Diego says the secret is simple. Record yourself and repeat. Don't be afraid to hear your own voice. When you listen to yourself, you notice your mistakes and you improve faster. You don't need a teacher or a language partner. Your phone is enough. Now, let's meet Maria from Madrid, Spain. Maria was a very good student in school. She always got high marks in English. She understood her teachers, songs, movies, everything. But when she tried to speak, nothing came out. Her hands started shaking, her face turned red, and her tongue felt stuck. She wanted to say something, but the words just wouldn't come. One day, she saw a YouTube video about a method called shadowing. The video said, "Listen to a native speaker and repeat the words at the same time." Maria thought, "Okay, I can try this." So every morning, she chose a short clip from a podcast, just 5 or 10 seconds long. She played the clip and repeated the words immediately, trying to copy the speed, the rhythm, and the tone. At first, she made many mistakes and sounded funny, but after 1 week, her mouth started moving faster. After 2 weeks, she stopped translating in her head. The words came out naturally, like music. One morning at work, a tourist asked her for directions in English. Maria answered easily without thinking. She was so happy she almost cried. Now she does shadowing every day, even if it's only 10 minutes. She says it connects your ears, your brain, and your mouth. Her tip is simple. Shadow short sentences every day. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just listen and repeat. Soon, English will start to flow. Next, we have Arif from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Arif started learning English in school. He watched English movies, listened to songs, and understood almost everything. But when he tried to speak, He froze. His tongue felt heavy, and he thought too much. One day, he watched an interview with a football player he liked. The player spoke fast but very clear. Arif thought, maybe I can sound like that too. So he created something he called his imitation diary. Every evening, he chose one short video from YouTube or a podcast. He listened to it 2 or 3 times. Then, he pressed record on his phone and tried to copy exactly what he heard. He didn't look at any text. He copied the rhythm, the sound, the emotion, everything. He did this for just 5 minutes a day. After 1 month, he joined an online English speaking club. He still made mistakes, but he spoke more naturally. People told him his accent sounded smooth. Now, he does his imitation diary every night before bed. It helps him relax and keeps his English alive. Arif says, don't just listen, imitate. Don't wait for a partner. Record yourself and be your own teacher. Let's move to Japan and meet Kenji from Osaka. Kenji has watched English movies since high school. With subtitles, he understood almost everything. But when he tried to speak, his brain became slow. He thought fast in Japanese, then tried to translate into English. It took too long. People looked at him, and he forgot what he wanted to say. One day, his English teacher told him, "Stop translating. Think in English." Kenji thought it sounded impossible, but he decided to try. In the morning, he said small things in his head. "I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. I'm walking to the train." When he went outside, he described what he saw. The boy is playing a game. The woman is reading. The sky is blue. At first, it felt strange, but after a few weeks, English started to live inside his mind. He didn't need to translate anymore. The words came faster. Now he can talk with foreign friends online. Sometimes he makes mistakes, but he can keep the conversation going. Kenji's technique is simple. Think in English, even for 2 minutes a day. Describe your world in simple words. Soon, you will feel English, not just study it. Finally, let's meet Sarah from Isfahan, Iran. Sarah started learning English when she was a teenager. She loved it. She watched movies with subtitles, understood her teacher, and loved English songs. But when she wanted to speak, she couldn't. The words were in her head, but they didn't come out. One night, she tried something new. She stood in front of the mirror and started talking to herself in English. She called it her mirror talk method. At first, she said small things. "Hi, how are you today?" "I feel tired, but happy." She looked at her face and watched her mouth move. She pretended she was talking to a friend. Then she added more details. "Today I went shopping. I bought apples and tea. I saw my friend at the market." She even asked herself questions. "What did you do yesterday? Where do you want to go tomorrow?" After 2 weeks, something changed. She stopped thinking in Persian. The sentences came faster and easier. Sometimes she even smiled while speaking English. Sarah says, don't wait for someone to talk to. Use the mirror. The mirror is your best partner. Talk to it every day, and soon you will talk to everyone. Okay, everyone. Those were 5 real stories from 5 real learners. They all understood English very well, but they couldn't speak at first. And they all found one simple daily habit that changed everything. Now, Let me explain exactly why this problem happens and what you can do to fix it. I will keep everything simple and clear. The first reason is the difference between passive and active skills. When you listen to English, your brain is working in a passive way. It's like sitting in the passenger seat of a car. You are moving, but you are not driving. You hear the sounds, you recognize the words, and you understand the meaning. That's great. But speaking is active. It's like driving the car yourself. You have to control everything at the same time. Words, grammar, pronunciation, speed, everything. So when you understand but can't speak, it usually means your input is strong, but your output hasn't had enough practice. You have trained your ears, but you haven't trained your mouth. The fix is simple. You need to use your mouth every day. Even if you are alone, open your mouth and speak. You can talk about your breakfast, describe the weather, or read a short text aloud. 5 minutes of speaking is more powerful than 2 hours of silent study. The second reason is fear. Many learners are afraid to make mistakes. You might think, what if I sound stupid? What if people laugh at me? That fear stops your brain from sending words to your mouth. Your body freezes. Remember this. Even native speakers make mistakes all the time. Small errors are normal in real conversation. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about connection. If the other person understands you, you have already succeeded. So don't wait for perfect grammar. Start speaking today, mistakes and all. The more you speak, the less fear you will feel. The third reason is translation. Many learners think in their native language first and then try to change the sentence into English. But English sentences don't always follow the same order or logic as your language. While you are translating, the conversation moves on. You miss your chance to speak. The fix is to start thinking directly in English. Start small. When you wake up, describe your morning in English in your head. I'm getting up. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. When you go outside, describe what you see. The sky is blue. There is a man walking his dog. The bus is late. You can do this silently. No one will hear you. The more you think in English, the faster your brain connects ideas and words. You stop translating and start communicating. The fourth reason is not enough speaking time. Most learners spend hours reading and listening, but very little time talking. You can't become a good swimmer by watching swimming videos. You have to get in the water. Speaking works the same way. You need to open your mouth every day. You can practice by talking to yourself about your day, recording your voice for 1 minute and listening back, or reading a short paragraph aloud. Even 5 minutes a day will make a big difference. Another reason is that you may understand words, but you haven't repeated them enough to use them automatically. Understanding a word once is not enough. You need to hear it, read it, say it, and write it many times before it becomes natural. Repetition is the bridge from understanding to fluency. So when you learn a new word or phrase, say it out loud 3 or 4 times. Make a short sentence. Use it in real life. Your goal is not just to know the word, it's to own it. There is also something called active listening. Passive listening is when you play English in the background while cooking, cleaning, or walking. That's okay, but it doesn't make you fluent. Active listening means you focus and repeat what you hear. This is called shadowing. You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what they say, their rhythm, their tone, their stress. For example, if you hear, "How's it going?" you repeat, "How's it going?" right away with the same speed and tone. This connects your ears to your mouth. It helps you feel the music of English. Sometimes the problem is speed. Your listening brain and your speaking brain are like two teams. One team receives information, the other produces it. At the beginning, these two teams don't work together well. When someone asks you a question, you understand it quickly, but your speaking team needs more time to find the words. That delay is normal. The more you practice both skills together, the faster your brain will switch from understanding to speaking. This is why short conversation practice helps a lot. It builds a small bridge between your two teams. Every time you use English, that bridge gets stronger. Some people say, "I'm not good at languages," but that's not true. Speaking is not about talent. It's about habit. If you speak a little English every day, you will speak naturally one day. Fluency doesn't come in one big moment. It comes quietly, step by step, through small daily actions. Listening, repeating, thinking in English, and not giving up. Even if you only talk to yourself, you are building the muscles for fluency. Let me give you some extra tips that helped thousands of my students. First, start with topics you love. If you love football, talk about football. If you love cooking, describe your favorite recipe. When you talk about things you enjoy, speaking feels easier and more fun. Second, use voice messages. Send voice messages to yourself or to a friend on WhatsApp. It's less pressure than face-to-face talking, but you still practice speaking and listening to your own voice. Third, find one English phrase every day and use it 3 times. For example, if you learn, "I'm looking forward to it," say it in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Fourth, celebrate small wins. Every time you say a full sentence without translating, give yourself a smile. Every time you understand a fast speaker, feel proud. These small celebrations keep you motivated. Let's talk about pronunciation for a moment. Many learners worry about their accent. Here's the truth. You don't need a perfect accent to speak well. You need clear pronunciation so people can understand you. Focus on the sounds that are different in English. For example, the TH sound, the R sound, or the difference between ship and sheep. Practice one sound for 5 minutes a day. Say think, thank, thought 10 times. Record yourself and compare with a native speaker. Your accent will improve slowly, and that's okay. Another powerful tool is reading aloud. Choose a short paragraph from a book, a news article, or a children's story. Read it aloud slowly at first, then faster. Pay attention to where native speakers pause and where they stress words. This trains your mouth to move in English rhythm. You can also use apps like Elsa Speak or Speechling that listen to your pronunciation and give you feedback. But remember, apps are helpers, not teachers. The real magic happens when you speak every day. Let's talk about confidence. Confidence doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from doing it anyway. The first time you speak, you will feel nervous. The 10th time, less nervous. The 100th time, you will feel normal. So start with zero-pressure situations. Talk to your pet. Talk to your plants. Talk to the mirror. Then move to voice messages. Then online chats. Then real conversations. Each step builds your confidence muscle. Now, let's create a simple daily plan you can follow. It takes only 15 minutes. Minute 1 to 3. Think in English. Describe what you see around you. Minute 4 to 8. Shadow a short podcast clip. Play 5 seconds, pause, repeat. Minute 9 to 12. Record yourself talking about your day. Minute 13 to 15. Listen to your recording and repeat one sentence better. That's it. 15 minutes. Do this every day for 1 month and you will be amazed at your progress. Let me share one more story quickly. My student Anna from Portugal followed this plan. She was shy and afraid to speak. After 1 month, she sent me a voice message. She spoke for 2 minutes without stopping. She made some mistakes, but she sounded happy and natural. She said, "Hazel, I never thought I could do this." That's the power of daily practice. So, my friend, if you understand English but can't speak yet, please remember there is nothing wrong with you. You just need time, practice, and courage. Your brain already knows the language. Now it's time to let your mouth join the team. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start speaking today. To yourself, to your phone, to your friends, to anyone. The only way to learn speaking is to speak. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Before we finish, let me give you a challenge. Tonight, before you sleep, stand in front of the mirror and talk for 1 minute. Say anything. Talk about your day, your dreams, your favorite food. Record it if you want. Tomorrow morning, do it again. Do this for 7 days and send me a message on Instagram or YouTube. Tell me how you feel. Use the hashtag #MakeEnglishEasy. I read every message and I will cheer for you. Thank you so much for listening to Make English Easy. My name is Hazel, and I believe you can do it. Keep speaking, keep learning, and keep making English easy. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.